Evernorth files S-4 to go public as the first Nasdaq-listed XRP Treasury company. Evernorth Holdings has filed its Form S-4 registration statement with the SEC, moving the Ripple-backed XRP Treasury company one step closer to a Nasdaq listing under ticker XRPN. The filing formalizes a SPAC merger with Armada Acquisition Corp II that brings more than $1 billion in combined capital commitments, with the bulk earmarked for open market XRP purchases. Cointelegraph reported the filing on March 19th. The deal had been announced in October 2025 with a confidential S-4 draft submitted to the SEC in November. The public filing triggers the next phase: SEC review, an Armada II shareholder vote, and standard closing conditions. What Evernorth actually is. Evernorth is not a payments company, a DeFi protocol, or an exchange. It is a single-purpose corporate treasury vehicle designed to accumulate XRP and generate yield on those holdings for public shareholders. Think Strategy, formerly MicroStrategy, and its Bitcoin treasury model, but for XRP. The company already holds 388 million XRP purchased at an average price of $2.44 per token, according to CryptoQuant data cited by 24/7 Wall St. At XRP's current price of 1.46 as of March 19, 2026, that position is worth roughly $566 million, down from a $947 million cost basis. That is a $381 million unrealized loss, or about 40%. Unlike a passive ETF, Evernorth plans to actively grow its XRP per-share metric through institutional lending, liquidity provisioning, DeFi yield strategies, and validator operations. The company also intends to support RLUSD stablecoin integration and broader ecosystem development. The backers behind the $1 billion plus capital commitment comes from a concentrated group of crypto-native institutions: SBI Holdings, $200 million anchor investment, the largest single commitment; Ripple strategic investor; Ripple executives. Brad Garlinghouse, Stuart Alderodi, and David Schwartz will serve as advisors without day-to-day operational control. Pantera Capital, early-stage crypto fund with deep Ripple ties. Kraken, one of the oldest U.S.-based exchanges. GSR, institutional crypto market maker Chris Larson, Ripple co-founder investing in a personal capacity. The leadership team is led by CEO Ashish Birla, a longtime Ripple executive who stepped down from Ripple's board to take the role. CFO Matthew Frymere, COO Meg Nakamura, CLO Jessica Jonas, and CBO Sagar Shah round out the C-suite. Evernorth maintains it is operationally independent from Ripple. In practice, the advisory board reads like a Ripple reunion, and the capital stack is heavily weighted toward entities with existing XRP exposure. Why the treasury model matters for XRP. The corporate treasury playbook has been proven by Strategy, which turned its stock into a leveraged Bitcoin proxy. Investors who want BTC exposure without holding it directly can buy MSTR shares. The same logic applies here. XRPN would give traditional investors XRP exposure through a regulated equity listed on Nasdaq. For XRP specifically, this could introduce sustained buying pressure. Strategy's Bitcoin purchases have been credited with supporting BTC's price floor during drawdowns. If Evernorth deploys $1 billion into open market XRP buys, that represents meaningful demand relative to XRP's daily trading volume of roughly $3 billion as of March 19th. The difference is scale. Strategy holds over 761,000 BTC worth tens of billions. Evernorth's 388 million XRP is worth $566 million at current prices. The gap between the two models is wide, but the trajectory is what markets will price. The risk side of the ledger, a 40% unrealized loss on the existing XRP position, is not a footnote. Evernorth bought at an average of $2.44 and XRP trades at $1.46. The Fear and Greed Index sits at 34, fear, as of March 19th, with BTC down 4.1% and ETH down 5.6% over 24 hours. The SPAC structure adds its own risks. SPAC mergers have a mixed track record in crypto. Several 2021-era crypto SPACs traded well below their initial value within a year of listing. Armada II shareholders must vote to approve the deal, and redemptions could reduce the cash available for XRP purchases. There is also concentration risk. The backer list is almost entirely composed of entities that already benefit from XRP appreciation. SBI is Ripple's largest institutional partner in Asia. Pantera was an early Ripple investor. Kraken lists XRP. This is not independent capital rotating in from outside the XRP ecosystem. Where it stands now, the S-4 filing initiates the SEC review process. Typical timelines from filing to effective registration range from 30 to 90 days, depending on comment letters. After that, Armada II shareholders vote. The original target was a Q1 2026 close, but the March filing makes a Q2 completion more likely. If the merger closes, XRPN would become the first publicly traded company whose sole business model is accumulating a single altcoin. That distinction may attract institutional capital, or it may draw scrutiny from regulators who are still refining how they classify digital assets.